Thanks for joining us today for our fireside chat. Perhaps you'd like to start by introducing yourself.
Thank you very much for having me here. So my name is Eddie Hui. I'm the CEO and co-president of MetaComp. MetaComp is a financial institution based in Singapore with an MAS license to deal with digital assets and cross-border money transfers. And what we do is that we help our clients move their funds cross-border, leveraging on the power of blockchain and stablecoins to speed up the cross-border money transfer leg, and we reduce costs and improve the service to our clients.
Thank you. Well, let's just dive into the series of questions today. What does intelligent finance mean to you in practice, and how is it changing the way people engage with financial services?
So the way we see it is that we really want to embed intelligence in our services so that it feels more customized, it feels more natural for the client. The idea is that the AI agent that we would like to implement would understand you, as in where you're coming from, what are your objectives, what is your risk appetite, and then he can give you some advices and help you better understand. I remember when I was younger and I knew very little about finance, I met a financial advisor, and clearly the guy was very irritated by me because I kept asking questions, but what about this, what about that, what happens if the stock goes here or there, and the guy just wanted to get his commission, and it was really awkward. I felt embarrassed, and that's the kind of things that feel so much more liberating when you're dealing with an AI agent, because you can ask as many questions as you want, and the questions are answered very, very precisely. So in a way, you build more trust with an AI agent than a real person, because you don't feel intimidated. You feel more liberated, and when you have more trust, then you're more likely to deal with the person.
Very, very interesting. And I think that's a very real example, right? I think this is also something that I have experienced before. And perhaps it's not you, right? It's probably the guy just had a bad day. And then you're just the unlucky one that he has to beat that day.
I think we're all guilty of saying, yeah, sure. And then behind the doors, you go in and ask, what did he mean? And
Yeah, indeed. So AI has no bad day. They're always kind of like say the same. I think they will never have a situation where they fight with someone, they'll argue with someone. They will, and I think you're right. Because you are given that room to ask a lot of questions, and even if stupid questions sometimes, but that is the freedom that I think AI has, given to people like us, and that encourages and builds the trust in a very interesting way. Yeah, cool. So we've shared about how AI, you're using AI. How do you think AI has helped digital experience become more seamless or intuitive for users?
So again, it's all about being natural and answering your needs very precisely. So I think we're all used to the era of using Google. And whenever you wanted to know something in Google, you had to type your query, and then you had to figure out which keyword was more relevant to your query, and then you had to refine your query, and then you had some answers, and you had to go for the answer and figure out whether it actually met it actually answered your question, or whether it was just something that someone wrote on the internet. Now with AI, you have the perfect companion that is patient enough and who can understand what you mean, and answer your question very, very precisely. That's so powerful. That feels so much more intuitive, and I keep going back and back to the AI agent whenever I feel unsure about something.
Interesting. It's actually funny to think that now Google may soon become obsolete, because yes, when you ask a query in Google, you have to go through pages and pages of the search results before you may be able to find something you need. But before Google, we had to go through encyclopedias.
That's right. Yeah.
So, but with AI, you're right, like it saves a lot of time, personalized, and they will never be impatient with you. Very, very true and very useful for people like us. And now let's have a chat about, like, say, Dyna and MetaComp, right? Because we are working on something together. You guys can check out MetaComp booth at Hall 6, right? And we'll be showcasing something that we have collaborated on together. What do you think makes a collaboration between partners like us work well?
Yeah, so MetaComp and Dyna.AI work together to create a trading agent. Because a lot of our clients deal with a huge sums of money, and they usually feel more comfortable dealing with a person typing their request instead of taking the risk of clicking the wrong button and losing money. So they like this interaction, but we're growing so fast, and as however fast we're hiring, it's not enough for the number of clients we're onboarding. So we came up with this idea, which we developed with Dyna.AI, to have a trading agent to help us deal with all those clients who may have requests of any kind of nature at any time of the day or night, because crypto never sleeps.
Yes, I wanted to say that.
And the cooperation was very smooth. I think what really worked is that we came with our experience in the regulated space in the trading industry to teach Dyna how to behave, or the agent how to behave in this or that situation. Dyna came with their intelligence and their experience in the AI industry, and more importantly, I think we had the same goal to build an agent that feels natural. So instead of focusing on the technical solution, we focused on solving real problems and dealing with all kinds of situations, languages, situations, so that interactions really feel natural.
Indeed, and coming from Dyna, we also appreciated the opportunity of working with MetaComp, especially with a senior stakeholder yourself who are true believers of AI, because AI is something very new. And a lot of times, perhaps when we speak to other prospects, it's so new that they may be scared about it. And then when they're scared about it, they don't want to touch it. So it's very, very, appreciative for us to work with someone with MetaComp who's willing to try it with us, because we can't be perfect from day one. So it's a building journey together.
In our case, it was exactly the other way around. We saw the opportunity, we see what it can do, and we're really, really happy to cooperate with Dyna.AI on this initiative.
Indeed, and you mentioned crypto doesn't sleep. Well, AI doesn't sleep either unless you close the power, right? Yeah. And what's one real shift, right, you've noticed after integrating more AI tools in your ecosystem?
So I think AI helps everyone, and I think especially in the when you have to review legal documentation or you have to draft legal documentation, a lot of it can be very tedious, can be very simple, but it still needs to be done. And the AI agent will be able to quickly do something for you. It will probably do 70 to 80% of the job. You still need a professional lawyer to review that everything is correct, and you just can't rely on AI to do everything. But at least it allows you to deal with all the tedious work so that you can focus on what's important. One of the things we're pioneering right now is what we call Vision X. So with Vision X, this is a next generation monitoring tool from a compliance point of view. Because we're dealing with both crypto and fiat. And in the fiat world, you have the name of the client because you see the name and details of the fiat transfer, but it's limited to that transfer that you see. You don't know what's going on behind. And interestingly, it's the other way around for crypto, where you see all the wallets that were involved before, but all those wallets are anonymous. So when you combine those two worlds, you can actually have a lot of information about the identity of the person, the trading behavior, and it allows you to be more proactive in detecting red flags for money laundering. That's exactly what we want to do, and I think AI is the perfect tool to explore that kind of business case.
This is really interesting because I remember in the early days of crypto, there's always a lot of concerns about risks, like money laundering, it's like the currency for criminals. But now with AI, we are able to actually solve, minimize a lot of this risk and actually help to build trust for the entire crypto ecosystem.
That's exactly what we're trying to do. So we're launching this week at SFF our initiative called StableX Network, which aims at building this consortium of participants to help make the ecosystem safer. Again, by combining information that we have both on the traditional financial world and the blockchain world.
Interesting. And just now you mentioned also about we still need to kind of have the humans in the loop. It's really very important to have the human in the loop because you're right. I mean, AI is a new technology. There are always, some concerns about, it may hallucinate, it might not go kind of like exactly you want it. So having someone to still review the outputs from AI, I think that's very important. But also, right, as like say the AI learn, it can get more intelligent and is able to really take over a lot of the tedious work, right, and leaving humans to actually focus on the work that brings more value. Right?
Exactly.
So if you look ahead in 2 or 3 years, how do you see AI shaping the next phase of customer engagement?
I'm personally very excited about what's ahead. I think finance is going to become much more conversational. So instead of having you understanding how things work, the AI agent will be able to show you the situation the way you understand it, or even teach you. At some point, again, when I was younger, I went to some online brokerage platform and I didn't understand 90% of all the parameters around because I didn't know anything about this. And in a way, I didn't have to. I don't need to use all this, but it was so complicated for me. I felt even a bit scared of clicking the wrong button, and in the end I didn't trade. I think in the future AI will help better understand again what profile you have, what is your knowledge and experience in finance, and will be able to not only make the right decision but show you what really matters to you. So I think that's what's coming up. The other interesting point is all those financial advices that you can get from an AI is normally that kind of things that you can get from private banking, but so meaning people who are very, very wealthy.
Yes.
But with an AI agent, everyone will have access to that kind of those tools and that kind of information to help them invest, to better understand markets and opportunities. So personal finance is going to be available to everyone soon. And I'm also very excited because at MetaComp we work in the blockchain industry. I'm also very excited about how AI will be able to automate some of the transactions on the blockchain to capture the best opportunity. For example, if it sees that there's a high interest rate at some point in one location, it can move instantly some stablecoin from here to there and allow you to earn more yield passively. You don't even have to worry about it as long as the AI agent understands your risk appetite and your objectives.
I like that. AI-powered, personalized private banker for everyone who can't afford a real private banker. That's right. And perhaps maybe time for one last bonus question. I think MetaComp started on this AI journey perhaps earlier than a lot of institutions here. What would be the one advice you would give to other companies that would like to get started on this?
Work with an AI. Very, very smooth cooperation, and try to put yourself in client's shoes. What are the missing piece that helps you connect with the client? Is it because you're too complex, or is it because your product is not clear enough? Have the AI agent be that bridge to help your clients better understand you and help you better understand your clients.
With that, thanks a lot, Eddie.
Thank you very much.